And the foolishness start pop up in our head, you know.
Good night, Clark TV, Massive and family. What do you do? Tonight we're back at you again with another discussion topic. Of course, you know Sir Clark, and you know Ethan already. Maybe because I'm a trim. Maybe because I have a clean trim, when I might not recognize him, but that's me, same one, engineer.
Yeah.
Tonight we will be focusing on the topic of neighbor. Who is a neighbor, types of neighbor, what is a good neighbor, and how to live with your neighbor. Alright, so we could get into the discussion right now, folks.
I don't know which part him normally do though.
Yeah,
in my kitchen.
Gonna take up my post right now.
Yeah.
Ethan,
Blessed love.
blessings. So, I could start with you tonight.
Yeah, because
Why?
it sound like it's a one-sided. So, me I go say, yeah. Good night, ladies and gentlemen, everybody.
Boys and girls.
Yeah, subscribers.
Yeah.
This is a night when we kind of reflect and use our heads to figure out or to come to a conclusion. What is a good neighbor, or what are the qualities of a good neighbor?
Well, more if you provoke that and allow people to come to their own understanding, you know?
Conclusion. But
Yes, we're going to
tonight-
share with perspectives. And
Tonight we're just going to widen our horizon and share our
Yes.
perspective about this and share the little experience we have with the neighbors that are around us, because the neighbors don't have to be the person that you and them share the same wall.
Mm.
You can be somebody down the road or whatever. So
Yeah, Ethan. So, who is your neighbor?
my neighbor is not only just somebody who can peep over my fence
Mm.
and look at my yard. It must be somebody where it may have a critical need. It may not say, I beg, you know. But if me short a local salt or this or that, or if me have a medical condition where you can come give me an aid.
Yeah,
or me
carry
sick,
go
you can
hospital.
come boil some tea or something, or carry something can give me to aid me medically.
Mm.
In my estimation, that's my neighbor, my friend, my neighbor, my closest adversary to help me in times of needs. I mean,
Closest.
yeah, I mean,
Friend and
refer
advocate,
the same
yeah, man.
thing back to this that
Which
person.
is right.
Yeah.
Sir Clark, I work for your neighbor.
Why? This thing here with neighbor is a touchy situation, you know, because they have such wide variety we have to cover, we have to do with neighbors. But, you know, me always I try to go from a fundamental aspect, so you can have a clearer understanding that where we are start from and the direction how we intended to go or go. Them houses, especially like all in a scheme now, you notice how the houses them built close.
Very.
I think the builders are the
Developer,
the developer
yeah.
them intention is to get the main aim of to get the people them able to be live together, you know, based on the proximity between houses.
Yeah.
So Elton Park is one such area. All of the close area them, the townhouses them and the apartments them and all these things. I figure more than less that that's one of the main thing. Why the houses them built is close. In order for people to have a bit more socialization with each other, can be able to relate to each other in a better way, to support
Social
each other
connection.
and them look at things. So I want them in an environment and then can be able to set up systems where can protect them from like all the violence. It's easy.
Yeah.
Like your neighborhood watch and them thing
Yeah,
there.
Right.
we put the neighborhood watches. So that's one area when we look on why the houses them build is close. Right? But me not think we normally take it from that direction.
No,
Right.
I don't.
Because the Bible says one thing about neighbor. Where it say not,
I don't remember.
you must remember, man, the Bible says something about neighbor.
You don't remember
Love
that
thy
part?
neighbor like thyself.
Ah, yes.
Right,
You
yeah,
have
yeah.
to do with these things.
Yeah, love your neighbor
So-
as yourself.
At any given time, when you ever feel or, you know, recognize that it's a case with present neighbors also?
Not all the time, and I'm not gonna talk of a personal experience because I've never had a terrible neighbor. But based on the experience and information from other people, they have some neighbors where we wonder if them agenda is totally
I can tell some things that can make some
confounded.
fallout. We have to do with neighbors. You are talking about animals.
So at this point in time, gentlemen, we're moving from who is a neighbor to what is a good neighbor.
Well, basically, but
Basically.
we are talking
Alright.
of the things them where I got you able to highlight what really are who a neighbor really is still, because pets like the dogs,
Yeah, the cats.
the cats, and them there two main
They can't come
goats
up with-
them, right?
Well, so like a farm.
Well, normally you can't keep goats in a them a place after that again because the man them a come raid, come thief them, right? The fruit trees then.
Yeah,
right?
that very.
You
That's a
plant the
very,
fruit
very,
trees
that's a very, very
and
important
the neighbor
part.
children besides the boy, you know. Because even if somebody live there over your side, you still have a difficulty to pick whatever they want. So it's a whole area where we have to discuss in terms of with that aspect. And as you continue to guide it through it, we can be able to cover a wider aspect of it.
So earlier you say your belief is that the developers build the house this close
Yeah.
for facilitate greater social interaction
Yeah.
and one sense of unity.
Yeah.
So talk to me about.
With the financial backing.
Yes, we know say them a go for money for maximize on the land
Yeah.
space, but that a one different discussion.
Yeah.
You know. So and I see a question, what is a good neighbor? You see the social interaction and the unity. On a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the highest,
My
1 being the
take
lowest.
still, in order what really is a good neighbor, I think what are who is a good neighbor start from you.
Yeah.
Personality.
I think you are going to generate the direction what a good neighbor is eventually. Because the immediate neighbor, left or right of you, they all have different characteristics.
Yeah.
Right? So you have to learn how to live with your neighbor.
Yeah.
If you
You have
realize
to
that
adjust.
you're a Seventh-day Adventist,
And
or
them
there's a
are
Sunday
Church of God or
all them
Baptist.
look for something. You have to know how to structure your way of living with them.
Yeah.
If you are going to do no farm or construction, you can go to them.
You have to talk to them,
You
yeah.
know, if you have a keep on look a party,
Yes.
you know, you go to them and them look a thing there and talk to them, make them know you have little activity going on, and you try to keep whatever have to do with nice within
Yes.
the range of the time where the light and stayed from, like us in 1905 when they leave and gone to work and when they come back in,
Well,
by then time they didn't finish.
Well, folks, not sure if we made it clear that for the purpose of this discussion, your neighbor not necessarily adjust the person to your left or right of you,
No.
but within a zone. You know, upon the street,
Yeah.
the street
Pan-
behind you,
Yeah.
you know, the street in front of you. You know, and as Sir Clark alluded to, the Noise Abatement Act
Yeah.
with the time and when you play music and how loud.
Yeah, how
You know.
how you
Yeah.
your concept towards.
Yeah, because during this time, or during the lockdown when we have the pandemic and all, everybody there home and everybody that try to deal with the stress in their own little way.
A little free up, so you know,
Yeah.
different things are going
Yeah. So children would have school online and parents would have work at home. And some persons would be blasting the music right next door while the child is in class or the parent is in a meeting.
And I think again, you know, not one of the main thing we can create problem as neighbors because most of the houses, alright, most of the, like say we don't buy our house now and we rent out the house, right? And you don't know who you are in the house because when the people ain't come to rent your house, trust me.
Yeah.
The nicest set of people on the face I heard, they are coming because they want your house. And then either is a single lady or a single male. After 1 week, I'll tell somebody live all in a little 2 room and then thing there.
And then a misconception comes in now where them people there or those people becomes a deterrent to other people.
Yeah, because they not got the care.
They not have the care and the real understanding of people's quality time and space.
Yes.
So they pick them all make a bag of nice. If you have fruit tree, they all mess with it.
Yeah.
And this is not something where me have butt up and catch up in a year. It's a reality.
Yeah, very.
You understand? Because the little cherry and the little plum tree attract
because
young people.
Remember, you know, a man will rent a place. He have a different mindset.
He have
the man
a
will buy a
different
place.
totally.
Yeah.
The man will buy the place. He want to set up a proper environment for everybody.
To make sure say
Him
him
at
comfortable and him neighbors at
Yeah, but the man will rent him no care.
No business with none
no,
of
he just want somewhere to live.
You know, normally when we live all in a ghetto in a lane, everybody come out at morning time and sweep up for them part.
Yeah.
You know, normally a man will rent the place. He now come out, come sweep. Me not say all of them, you know.
Yeah.
Some of them will come
Some of them will come
but
sweep, but
majority
majority of them not
not
coming out.
care about that.
They're not busy about that.
And that can offend the neighbor itself, especially if you're
Right.
garbage.
Especially if
Right.
at the inception,
Yeah.
when the neighbor was there before he rent it out.
Yeah.
It's a man who just come and sweep. And he's not busy
And
with
he
one
sweep the
sweep.
entire
He just
stretch.
sweep the entire stretch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You see me I say? So that legacy that where him left,
Now
I go just disappear.
Yeah.
And somebody will say, but Lord, my neighbor, you don't nasty. They wouldn't even use broom.
For real.
So it all depends on the mindset of the person who live beside you and what they classify as a good neighbor.
Yeah.
Because some of them are not even neighbor. We can't use all the word. We have to say nearer.
And to be honest with us still, you know, our environment still, because if we have a crab in a barrel syndrome, you know, say why we have to have good neighbors.
It's
we have
very
a
hard.
it are difficult.
It's very difficult.
We have always have issues with neighbors.
Because remember,
Right.
people have
Because
personalities.
with mentality, right? With mentality, show yourself, right? Because if a man decides him to leave from him country, as a matter of fact, in our scheme, in our environment, like how we have Elton Park, 3 type of people reside here.
Yeah. Talk to me about the types of
reside.
neighbor.
3
Yeah.
type of people.
Yeah.
One who are come from country, right? 2 who are come from ghetto. And 3 will feel to pay a big rent. Right? You can't manage to pay a big rent no more. So you have to come down back down in high school. Right? So then 3 type of people are 3 different
Three
type
different
of characteristics.
mindsets.
A mindset of people.
Yeah.
Right? So you know how we talk about if a proper social program not put in place and the inception of the scheme, these people are going
I'm going to come with their own agenda. Because, mind you, you're going to have neighbors where pass you 300 times a day and don't even look for you and say, man, but my granny usually tell me, say, the man, I don't for them alone.
Yeah.
But for you,
Yeah.
it helps you too.
And the next thing to eat, and you, this is not where neighbor for do. You,
Yes.
with your children, them, we are related to neighbor, must train your children to know some boy when they come out of morning time, and you have going to evening time, and you see your neighbor there. You can't say morning.
You have to exercise the proper
You can't have a little
courtesies.
boy and a little girl that walk past the big people and your neighbor. And
It will reflect on you.
yeah, it shows some
It will
boy.
reflect on you.
You not really give them
You see me, I
much
say?
training of such. But nowadays world, these things are not important still, you know.
that not have no kind of reference whatsoever.
Yeah, not
Nothing.
important because the kids themselves, even if the parents and tell them they still not
still
in some
not.
cases. But if you train them
If you
and
train
remind them of
properly,
those
remind them
values,
all the time,
yeah, them
because
be
they're
able
not
to
just
catch it.
values just to exercise with your neighbors. You know?
Yeah.
It's an overall thing.
Yeah, man. I feel out in the world.
Yeah.
As you said, dance a yard before you dance abroad. Yeah, man.
See me I say? But where Coach Buller tried to emphasize is that not only is his personnel and characteristics important, personality stands a very, very towering presence, because the personality of the person shines out
That's true.
So
without them
reflect-
actually see it.
It's reflecting our children then too.
You see me I say? So you have to be very careful when you live with people this close as how we live.
But it
close to
really
each other.
come down to have a better neighbor. It have to come down to you.
They say, be the change where you want to see.
Yeah,
Yes.
you have to be.
You have to be the change,
the
the
person will live a
compromise.
particular way.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Because even if you come outside and you tell your neighbor morning, and the neighbor no answer, your neighbor no must hear, you know. You get what I say?
Yeah.
The neighbor no must hear. And you go listen, boy, you call them and they don't say nothing. And they start build away name.
Build
So animosity
next
start
time and
build up.
see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know?
Don't just do it the one time and say,
Yeah.
boy, neighbor, boy, I
And don't hold no
no,
string to
don't
it.
hold no string. Don't tie no string on it.
Right?
Do it again. And if it still has to be, still do it again. Because I am not trying to get you to say morning. Me, I try to establish myself as a good neighbor.
Yeah.
And if my example can't change you,
That's
so
very
be
good.
it.
We have to highlight the next area again, like calling you say you have a sick mother or a sick father, or anybody who is sick in our family, elder, and the neighbor continuously peonize over there.
Yeah, it going to bring
It
problems.
have a great problem because the man where over him beam yard at him nights, you know, and nobody can talk to him.
Yeah, because I feel
Right.
this.
Yeah.
And remember, say you will have your people them there, and your people them not accustomed to these things. So when you go there, trust me, if you don't stand up strong, you and them people are going to see what's argument.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Right?
You know, I want to share experience.
yeah.
One even me in a taxi and near a young lady say her neighbor died today. And in recanting or in stating what was her experience and what she heard persons say, the lady dropped down in the yard
Yeah.
and people in her yard see say she dropped down, walk past her and then say they not help her because she not talk to them.
Ooh.
She dropped down in her yard from morning. Sun come out upon her and she starts well. Start burn up.
That's a cruelty, man.
And start crawl upon her and them thing there.
Those things are not normal things.
Not normal something that, brother.
And I'm more than one neighbor. Pass.
Just because she not talk to people?
Yes.
But some neighbor,
No. We not go assume say she do them anything.
yeah.
But just the humanity.
Just the human
Yes.
being
Yes.
that we are. Can't look past the
Should
chatting
not.
and help.
Should not.
No, sir. That's a real cruelty,
Well,
man.
if you have neighbors still, you know, where neighbors not really talk to you, no cure, you try reach out to them, because if you just live beside them or them just live beside you one on a responsibility for you able to build a social bridge,
To push the initiative,
right? Because I want to understand clearly. Your neighbor don't necessarily means that them have to come over your yard and want a teaspoon of salt.
No.
And you don't have to
Or
go
sit
over
down
your
and
yard
laugh
for
with you.
that and sit
No,
down and
they
laugh.
don't.
Yeah.
They don't.
The mere fact they want to share a similar area,
Yeah.
we have to just respect each other's space, right?
And-
But if needs be,
Yeah.
and you run short or midget after you
Yeah,
get
I am there.
also
I am there.
you can call upon them,
Yeah.
and then be able to assist you,
Yeah.
right? Because if you have neighbor with depriving still, you know, where if it God Almighty there, then come, you know, want something, you know, you have to start up a problem, you know.
That is a dependency.
Yeah.
You
That
have to
term
start up a
dependency.
They
problem.
say they might take sit here now.
Yeah. You see me I say?
But remember when we start off, you know, we say your neighbor is within a vicinity. Now, if me see Bulla walk, even before me know Bulla, anybody me see I walk, and if me see them drop down, as much as me don't know
My
what to do,
responsibility is to help.
if I even make noise and call somebody we know,
Yes.
we know what to do.
But drop down in a yard till all hands call upon you. No man, that's a total wickedness.
A serious thing still.
That's a serious case, man.
But you as a neighbor still, or you as a neighbor to somebody still, you must try your best to live a particular
Yeah.
way.
Yeah.
Where you leave a space or a welcoming space so you can be able to relate.
That's true.
to
Because-
somebody. And that must be your responsibility.
Because one point,
Right.
we tend, we, all the discussion we have, we tend to forget it. The things you do. Now go stop halfway, it come right back to you. You know.
In
Yeah.
full
So you have to
circle.
be careful how you deal with people. You want to be treated like one human being, treat people the same. Who can somebody drop down in the yard and you go say, me not deal with her because she not talk to people.
And you know something? Somebody say something to me. The way how you react to a situation reflects on you more
Of course.
than
You have a point.
whoever cause you
Whoever
react,
cause-
make you react that
Yeah.
way.
And it all depends too, because if I want quarrel, me believe something not listen unto you, me can just go and quarrel. It doesn't make me the better person.
Exactly.
It only makes me a little bit more concerned.
You have to find a way to bridge the gap between the misunderstanding
And
the-
trying to be a good neighbor.
Yeah. It's up to you as an individual
Yeah.
to try.
Yeah.
Have to try.
Right? And not up on your neighbor to try. Right?
And even if
Yeah,
you don't,
yeah, we established that.
right,
We established
even if
that.
you don't like me,
Mm.
maybe I'm not just the only one who live over my yard. Establish something with somebody else in the yard.
Yeah.
If they never have to deal with me,
Because we don't know when something will go
we
bad.
don't know when something will go bad in the brother.
Because we have children.
You see
We
the
have
idea?
children.
And maybe
We
you
have
have
grandchildren.
older people in the house, and they could have dropped down and they know the first thing because most people panic first. Most people panic first before they come to them senses. When mother drop down, you have to calm them down first and then deal with
So to
normal.
salvage a good decent relationship with the neighbor is very important.
It's very important.
Right.
It takes time. It takes. I mean, I
Yeah.
don't say hard work,
Boy, may I tell you,
but
it's honest.
it takes work.
That take work.
Because sometimes you will have neighbors in us. Either you're going to live beside them or them going to live beside them. I mean, I tell you so. As much as a breeze or a shadow where you have up, them not see, them take a different liking to you.
Yeah, it all falls back to
'Cause when
this syndrome where the moderator talk about.
yeah,
This crab in a barrel
Barrel
syndrome.
mentality.
Where you can live beside me, and when you can live beside me, you see me on bicycle. And all of a sudden, you elevate. We past the bicycle now, gone to one Land Rover. And your mind is trained in the wrong direction.
but sometimes how you think, that's why it be like that.
Yeah,
And
how
like,
the person
where the
think.
person where in a situation where you don't criticize them because you know say somebody them just have go through to make them more improvement.
Yes.
And pre-say
Personal
these
development.
things, yeah. So
Them something that we
sometimes
cause little, well, I don't want to say we cause friction, but for some reason it does. Because another experience, this young man, now ghetto, go to school, get him medication, him start work, him buy a car. But because of how the place set up, him could have park the car in him yard. So like him park it
space under there.
up the road. And him get one car say from his friend them. So them a go thief the car. And him walk go to the top of the road. And you know walk come back in yard.
And then,
Then shoot him up there. So
crab in a barrel syndrome.
Well,
Sir Clark, one night you tell we how to live with we neighbors still. You know,
me
try
just highlight, remember saying for me,
what you would have do.
for me still,
Yeah, that
me
you
know
gotta
have
do.
a clear view of to live with my neighbor,
Mhm.
because it's not And me alone work, you know.
No.
Yeah.
But
Right?
where coach
Because,
try to
to be
say?
honest with you, you know, me give my neighbor trouble, you know, sir. I go and give you a little story.
Give
You
to
can
subscriber
use the
there.
camera and look on the spear of this place.
Yeah.
As far as I can use the camera and look on the
Alright, we'll lift you up a little bit.
the spear of the balcony where you see there. No, just the balcony.
Oh, just the balcony go around. Alright.
Just look on it, go to the, come round the side of it. No, you not have to even get up with it. Just turn around and look. My little grandson want to say, we are my little junior star in our video, right? When my little grandson come up here, right? My little grandson will have anything in him hand. My little grandson no go which part in him impede nobody and show over, you know. You know which part in show it? Right, that's where the people in carrying, the part in carrying, you know. Next door, you know.
Yeah.
And me I tell you say, his mother talk to him about it. You know, say grandparents no big grandparents. Me talk to him about it. If he come up here right now, because I remember the last video where you see him run from, so just because the place tile off, you know, have a little debris there,
Pebble,
throw
yeah,
over,
yeah.
but him go right which part, anywhere which part, he can create a problem with the neighbor, right? Sometimes the neighbor them, they not come to me same time, because to be honest with you, as much as my neighbor them they are nice people them. Me not have to brag and boast with them in terms of with saying that about them. Because any little infringement will take place from my place to them. They might come to me in a polite way, then now war it out first. Right? So me young lad show you say sometime, I know even though you said certain precedent for ensure say your children them are son of but no create a problem,
Keep
it
the
can't
peace.
happen without your
It can't
knowledge.
happen.
Right?
And sometimes, and not even something where nobody sit down and plan, you know. Sometimes some slight little accident happen.
Yeah.
And then it's left up to your neighbor how to judge it or how to think
Yeah.
what really happened.
Yeah, because that will determine your
And
approach.
that is going to determine your approach to the whole situation. Because let me tell you something, man. It's not easy. You have some neighbors that are, the only time you see them is when they might leave go work.
When they
Or
come in.
barely, you might barely catch them when they come in from work. You do, or pinch them on a weekend like all on a Sunday. If they go to church or not.
But Ethan, I can tell
Some
you this.
people love to isolate themselves. And you've got
That,
to
and that is
understand.
how they be. That
That's
is how they
them.
is. Yeah.
You cannot infringe in that.
Yeah.
You have to give them space
Yeah.
because they
And not
earned
take it
and they
personal.
paid for
Yeah,
it.
no take it
Not
like
take it
a
personal,
big deal,
people,
problem.
you know?
No.
Yeah.
But in this day and age, in our environment, where violence and criminality is so widespread, I can advise the people that will live like that to kind of lighten up and think different, because people know knowing say the young youth them when I go out there them watch a place and then we learn so them are people and socialize, and then we use the opportunity to broke your house. Because nobody now go say nothing about you because of a particular way where you live. Right? Because this happening in our same
Yeah, I mean, a scheme.
right? So them little thing that you have to understand the environment where you're living in. Not just come and live and just go about. Check out the different organization, get yourself involved and learn more about the type of characteristics that people them way in and around your surrounding as neighbors. Because we mentioned say your neighbor not just only one eye wall in front and the back.
Yeah.
Across the road I see.
Yeah, man.
Because you'd have a lady story. You'd have a lady well live cross the road there. When I come at this place come live, this lady I never talk to nobody. But her house did catch a fire one day. And when the house catch a fire and them a call the fire brigade and nobody now. The youth them say they now go help, and me have to say to them, say man, make a rush and deal with the thing and we start get the water and start him out the place, because even the neighbor through the wall share. Film thing them pan film wall now start melt. And by the time the way name the fire brigade come and finish out the place. And from that lady that change in our community.
Yeah.
we recognize that she's not a person we like that, but sometimes when we and I three have discussion, she even come one side and sit down still because of that she learned from. But we have to understand, so when you live in our community, you have to try get involved.
Try get involved.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even if, because if you spend 1-2 months or 1-3 months, say you pass through, right, a different case. But if you decide, say, boy, at my house, this one I buy, I'm a rent this place, even while you don't know when you leave. Just get yourself involved and socialize with the people, right? Because you are not better than the community that you live in.
No.
Because you see, anywhere you find yourself better than the community where you live in, you will never sleep in there. You get to me, I say? You will never sleep in there. You will find yourself live and sleep other places.
That's true.
So the mere fact say you're in a community, it's up to you to get yourself more socialized and more involved.
Yeah.
And trust me, even though it no matter what kind of demeanor or characteristic you display, it not gonna hurt you.
No.
Because if you have your family, right? And the people in my family next door you not gonna encounter.
It's going to happen.
It a go
It will happen
yeah.
beyond your knowledge, by accident,
Yeah.
or something. When I came, I've been coming here for more than 20 odd years before I came here and live. I'm going to live with my sister. I'm say the social gathering on the field under the big tree. We come say, man, I play French. Straight domino. And the intensity of the rivalry, just with bragging rights, was very intense. This man brought me into volunteerism.
Yeah.
Yeah? And
That,
it made
that
me
is
know,
a thing we complete, you know.
Yeah.
Volunteerism.
Yeah.
and
complete, yeah.
it gives me a different scope up to this day. You understand what I'm saying? And me have a lot of neighbors where can eat and I'm ready for God help.
Yeah.
Because my father said, if God didn't want you to be a selfish person, he would make so much away.
So much people.
So much people would
And to be
never.
honest, again to Ethan, you and your neighbor now have to be friends.
No.
You get to me? I say?
Yeah.
No.
Just have manners
We don't have to
and
be friends.
respect and
We just
understanding.
leave a space
Yeah.
where we can hear
Where we
about
can
it.
get to
If
communicate.
needs be. Right?
Amicable.
Because let me tell you, the strength of being a good neighbor, it not depend on your neighbor over there.
Depends
Or
on
it
you.
depend on you.
Yes.
How you live with them.
Yeah.
Right? Me have some issues at times because me have a tradesman here at work, and one Saturday me I leave to go to work. And I said to the man, say, yo, then time that them ballista not put up in our place here. Cause you know my neighbor them to my right over that side. Then we park them car there and everything. I never remember to go to my neighbor and say to like to say boy, a man a come put in do some work and them thing there. So you know have to park the car so close because of my thing flash. I mean to be honest with you, I never remember. And the youth, the people them there inside of the house, you know, the trade man himself, you know. Even though me never remember to remind them or tell him, you know, him still show a sign of being inconsiderate. To realize, I understand, say, some of the stuff them are going to drop over there. And when me come in from work, as me come in and park, so the people then come to me and say, look how you nasty up my car. Look for my car top. Right? And the man, they up here, I do work same way, and me have to go there go wash it off. So me as a man, me inconvenient neighbors.
Yeah.
Right? And me can name whole heap of things that my neighbor do for inconvenient me, but me understand.
Yeah.
Right? And they show in many ways so them understand, because as what me tell you, they never come and war me first. Them may send threats, say boy, them are going to go parish council or them are going to do other things, but they never, amicable way them come to me.
Yeah.
And me always ensure say me kind of justify and work out everything.
Alright, gentlemen, in closing, we cover a whole heap, you know,
Yeah, man.
hard hitting points. But summarize, you don't have anything final, any closing comments you want reiterate, or any new comments you want to tell to your subscribers?
Alright. To the subscriber,
Everybody who go watch this, with friend, with family, internationally, who them gonna share with?
alright, my subscribers, I want appreciate, love and appreciate, you know, because if you look on the screen, you see over 500, right? And that's a massive accomplishment, even though we still not get where we need to be yet still, but I still appreciate love where we're at, right? And I just want to know if we just continue, subscribe to the channel, tell people about the channel, and learn of the importance and the educative things that we are share, so we can hear about it. Can have an understanding on our level, right? On our level, right? Because we are not trained person in our experience we are sharing.
Yeah.
And everywhere in the world they have different style and format and neighbors. Where we may not cover all of it still, but
Yeah.
we do our best in terms of to cover our surrounding of neighbors.
Yeah.
Right? So me appreciate love the people them and the effort them what them do for Clark TV. And just remember, subscribe to Clark TV. Sophia, Miss Pam sister. Sophia, big up yourself. Because we get too much time on Saturday morning time. And you know, left we out. You know, so a special big up to you tonight. You know, Bobla, Cherise, Naldo, all of my overseas subscribers them. Right? We no big up on yourself. Learn from the things them that we are sharing and put them in on a day-to-day activity, so you can be able to understand and be able to manage on a situation much better.
Yeah.
We don't have to use violence when it comes on to neighbors.
So
Because
true.
enough war we did this day, it stem from some simple thing when nearby don't do. And ignorance lead people to either take it to a next level. Right? So work out the thing them from an amicable standpoint so you can communicate with the neighbor. Leave that space.
Yeah.
Even if you don't like them before them like you, or they like you or hate you before you hate them. But just leave a space. And that I leave you with tonight.
Yeah.
Well, my look of 5 cent word.
Give it 2 cents.
No, 10 cents.
Alright, my look of 10 cents word is a reflection of what coach has said. It's very, very important to be self.
Yeah.
Not just to justify you as a being, but you as a neighbor, as a friend, as somebody who can be of help to anybody.
Yes.
Right? My experiences with neighbors since I came here has been good. Me give Father thanks for that. Right? But as what I say, let us emphasize the love, because that
Yes.
are the most ungiving thing right now.
The freest thing in
The
our world.
freest thing in the world, you don't have to pay nothing for
And
it.
don't ever have it to say your neighbor bad man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't ever put
I
that in
hate-
your mind.
Don't use that word
Yeah.
until you know directly that
Every
is
neighbor
it.
say to you that I case. But
Yeah.
you up on your assessment,
I'm gonna say bad mind.
no say no bad mind.
Don't say it.
Understand, because the people among the react are related
Thank you very
different.
much.
Yeah.
So, to our subscribers and our friends, the people that want to leave where each,
Yeah.
thank you very much. We appreciate every single one of you.
Yeah.
We wish the numbers would be more, and they are going to be more,
Yeah, for real.
because the God who we serve knows exactly what we are doing.
Yeah.
So, we just want to say, we appreciate love every single one of you, and just continue to support Clark TV, because Clark TV is not me TV.
Yeah.
It's our
Our
TV.
TV.
Us TV.
And
Yeah, man.
us TV. So,
Yeah.
good night. Thank you very much for your potency, and we give God thanks to everyone of you.
Bless
Blessed
up.
love.
Yes. And so when I talk like so not done, me not give my 2 cents yet.
No, your 2 cents are coming now.
Yes, man.
Yeah,
Kitchen.
For those who have made it to the end of the video, there's 3 takeaways from it that I would like to reiterate.
Yeah.
No man is an island. Be the change that you want to see. And as coach said earlier, community service completes you.
Yeah.
Mahatma Gandhi said, in order to find yourself, the best thing you can do is serve others, help others. Good night, and
Yeah.
until next time.
God bless.
Yep.
That's all.